Good morning, children. We have already completed the right angle, straight angle and complete angle, these definitions in the previous class. Again we are dealing with this because it is again required in this exercise 5.2. So right angle means forming 90-degree angle, forming like this. It is a right angle. Now straight angle is a straight line forming 180-degree angle at the center. It is called as straight angle. And 360-degree angle means complete round. So as it is complete round, it is also called as complete angle. Now about clock. Everyone is aware of the clock. Now you have reached to class 6, means I think everyone is knowing how to see the clock and the time in that. So the 4 markings in that, the main 4 markings in every watch nowadays we are getting. So this is 12, 6 and 3 and 9. So suppose if we are marking like this and 3 to 12 or 3 to 6 or 6 to 9 or 9 to 12 forming 190-degree angle like this only. So it is called as 1/4 of a revolution. Revolution means this complete angle. Complete angle, this is called as 1 revolution because it is taking 1 revolution. If this is the starting point, taking 1 complete round and again reaching to this point, it is called as 1 revolution. So it is 1/4 of a revolution, that is forming 90-degree angle here. And it is forming 6 to 12, 1 complete straight line. So this is just like a straight angle. So it is forming straight angle. It is half of the revolution. And as in the clock, it never goes in the opposite direction. It always moves in the particular direction. That is called as in the direction of the clock. That is called as clockwise direction. So in the clockwise direction, if it goes and 12 to 9 if it reaches, it is completing 3 of 4. Suppose I am just a rough I am drawing. If this is a circle and 4 parts if I am drawing, this is called as 3/4 part. So this 12 to 9, it is completing 3/4 of the revolution. Now if we are dealing with the gaps, how many gaps it is covering? So for the 1/4 of a revolution, it is covering 3 of the gaps. You can see here 1 gap, 2 gap and 3 gap. 3 gaps it is covering. And for the half of revolution, it is covering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 gaps it is covering. And for 3/4 of the revolution, it is covering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 9 gaps it is covering. And for the complete revolution, again 3 more will come. So 12 gaps it will cover. Now the same we are going to deal in the exercise 5.2. First question we have already completed. Is how many degrees it is forming or what will be the fraction of that. That was the question. Now here it is asking, where will the hand of a clock stop if it starts at 12 and makes half of a revolution clockwise? Definitely clock moves in the clockwise direction only. So clockwise direction it is moving and starting at 12 and making half a revolution. Half a revolution means just half making straight angle. So suppose it is starting at 12. So and only talking about the upper end. So it is starting at 12 and making half a revolution. For half a revolution, how many gaps it should cover? It should cover 6 of the gaps. So 6 of the gaps. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is 6 gaps covered. So finally it will reach to 6. So hand, our end, it will reach to 6. What we have to write here? Where there will be the hand of the clock stop. So you will write here the our end will stop at 6. The other end will stop at 6 after making half a revolution. Because half a revolution is forming straight angle. And straight angle, it is covering 6 of the gaps. So after covering 6 of the gaps, it is stopping at 6. So our end will stop at 6. Now the second part, where will be this our end will stop? If it starts at 2. If it starts at 2 and making again half a revolution clockwise. So here generally we are having the marking only 4 markings we are having 12, 3, 6 and 9. So we have to just find out where is that 2. So after 12 we are not having 13, 14. We are having 1, 2 after that. So here is the 1 and here it is 2. So the our end is starting at 2. Starting at 2 and making half a revolution. So for half a revolution, how many gaps we have to cover? For half a revolution, we have to cover 6 of the gaps. So after this 2, you just count 6 of the gaps. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So after covering these 6 of the gaps, it is stopping here. Now what is this number? Before 9, it is 8. So the our end will stop at 8. So you have to write here, the our end will stop at 8. Is this clear? Now the next, if the our end starts at 5, starting at 5 and making 1/4 of a revolution. Now what is this 1/4? 1/4 means 90 degree but in the opposite direction. Opposite direction of forming 90 degree but it will go clockwise. So okay, that is 3/4 and 1/4 means in the clockwise direction only. So after 12, starting at 5. Okay, starting at 5. Where is this number 5? Before 6, that 5 will come. Here is that 5. Now the our end is starting at 5. Now for 1/4 revolution, how many gaps you have to cover? For 1/4 revolution, you have to cover 3 of the gaps. So after this 5, you count 3 of the gaps. After covering these 3 of the gaps, the our end will stop here. Now what is this number? This number is 8. So the our end will stop at 8. Because it has started at 5 and making 1/4 the revolution, and 1/4 of the revolution is covering 3 of the gaps. So counting 3 of the gaps, it is stopping at 8. So we have written that. Now starting at 5. Now again, where is that 5? So you have to mark two gaps in between these two numbers. So this is 1, 2, this is 1, 2, this is 1, 2 and this is 1, 2. Now starting at 5. Where is that number 5? Before 6. So this is your number 5 and making 3/4 of a revolution. Where is this 3/4 of a revolution? 3/4 of a revolution is making how many gaps? It is making 9 of the gaps. So after this 5, you have to count just 9 of the gaps. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the 9 gaps. So stopping here. Starting at 5 and stopping here. Which is that number? Before 3, it is 2. So the our end will stop at 2. So in this way we are getting starting at which number? So after making certain revolution, at which number it will stop. So about clock we have completed in question number 2. Now let us see about the directions. These directions you are knowing. In social you are studying about India's map. In that south and north everyone know. North about Jammu Kashmir and south Sri Lanka, or at the south direction everyone is knowing. Some people are having little confusion in west and east. So this is the direction. North and south everyone is knowing. This side West Bengal is there. So that is actually the east position. And the opposite will be the west direction. So the angle forming between the north and east is the right angle, that is 90 degree. Angle also you can see here 90 degree, as we have seen in the clock, 90 degree angle. And from north to south, if you will move, it is forming 180 degree because it is the straight angle. Straight line is forming 180 degree. And out of these 4 blocks, if you are covering 3 of the blocks, that is 3/4. Here you can say it is 1/4. 1 out of the total 4. It is 2/4. Means 2 out of the 4. That is actually equal to 1/2. And it is 3 out of the total 4. And it is 4 of the 4. That is when you cancel, you will get 1. Means 1 complete revolution. So it is 90 degree angle, which is called as 1/4 of the revolution. It is 2 out of the 4, that is 1/2. So 1/2, half of the revolution, north to south. And it is 3 parts out of the total 4. That is called as 3/4 of a revolution. And it is complete revolution. Means completely it is going full round circle. That is 4. All the 4 portions out of the total 4. When you cancel, you will get 1. Means 1 complete revolution. Now based on this, you are having question number 3. Let us come to that. What is the question? Which direction will you face if you are starting from this? If you are starting from the east direction and make half of the revolution. If you are starting from the east direction and making half of the revolution clockwise. Starting from the east means starting from here, east direction, and making half a revolution. Half a revolution means like this. One straight line you should get. So this is called as half a revolution. So in which direction now will you face? We are facing towards the west. So what will be the way of writing? Which direction will you face if you start facing? So we will face the west direction. Now we will face the west direction. Starting from the east, making half of the revolution, means half means straight line you should get. Straight line is this. So after making 180 degree angle, you are now facing towards the west. So we will now face the west direction. Second question. Now you are facing the east and making 1/2. Means 1 complete rotation, and after that again 1/2. So 1 complete rotation means 1 full circle you will cover, and after that again half of a revolution clockwise. Clockwise means in the direction in which the clock, hour end or minute hand is moving. That is called as a clockwise. So for that we have made here arrow. 1 full means this is the 1 full. And after that again half. Means after that again half. Now which direction you are facing? We are now facing the south direction. We will now face the south direction. Wait a minute. We are starting from the east direction here. So it will be starting from the east direction. Starting from the east direction and going this half. So it will face the west direction. Starting from the east and making half a revolution means now it will face the west direction. This is one complete and again 1 half. Will face the west direction. Now again starting from the west direction. Starting from the west direction and making 3/4 of a revolution. Means out of this 4 covering the 3 of the parts of a revolution anti-clockwise. Now what is this anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise means in the opposite direction of the clock. Is how the hour end or minute hand in the clock moves. in the opposite direction of that. That is called as the anti-clockwise. So as we are making the arrow here, now it will move in the opposite direction. So starting from the west and moving in the opposite direction, covering 3 of the parts out of the 4. So starting in this way and covering 3 of the parts. So now towards which direction it will face? It will face towards the north direction. We will now face the north direction. Three-fourths of a revolution means 3 parts out of the total 4, and anti-clockwise means in the reverse order. So this is the covering 3 parts, and in the anti-clockwise in the reverse order. So from the west it will go to the north. So facing north direction. Now fourth part, facing towards the south now and making one full revolution. Full revolution is complete circle. So now and nothing is given clockwise or anti-clockwise. If suppose I am making it is clockwise, again reaching to south only, and if I am making in the reverse order, anti-clockwise, again reaching to the south only, because it is complete round, one full circle. So we will face the south direction. In the same part, one more question is asked, whether it is required to give the clockwise or anti-clockwise. You have to give the answer for that also. It is not required, because clockwise or anti-clockwise in any of the way it will move, it is making one full circle, it will reach to the same point only. So that direction is not required. The direction is not required. For full revolution. So for the full revolution, the direction is not required, clockwise or anti-clockwise. So here we have completed question number 3. So this completed about the direction. So question number 3 we have completed. The same related to the directions we are having question number 4 also. So here it is asked, which part of a revolution you have covered if you are facing towards east and turning clockwise to face the north direction. Which part of a revolution you are covering? So here you are having the 4 parts, 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts you are having. So if you are facing now towards east and you are turning to face the north direction. Now you are at the east direction and you have to cover some kind of revolution, part of the revolution to face the north direction. Clockwise direction is given. Clockwise direction is in this way. So from here to here you have to move clockwise. This is the clockwise direction. Now you are at the east direction and you have to turn clockwise to face the north. This is the clockwise direction and facing towards the north. Now which part you have covered here? These are the total 4 parts. Out of these 4, how many parts you have covered? We have covered here 3 of the parts. So you will write here, we have to turn 3/4 part of the revolution. So we have to turn 3/4 part of the revolution. Okay. So now the second part. Now you are facing towards the south direction. This is our south direction, and turning clockwise. In the same clockwise direction to face the east. You don't have to go this way. Clockwise direction you have to move. This is the clockwise direction. This is the clockwise direction. So clockwise direction you have to move to face east. So how many parts we have covered? We have covered 3 parts out of the total 4. So just the same, we have to turn 3/4 part of the revolution. Very carefully you have to see which direction you have to move actually. And now here in the third part, now you are at the west direction. This is our west direction, and turn clockwise to face east. Clockwise you have to turn to face the east. This is the clockwise direction, and now you have to face towards east. Which part you have covered here? This is 2 parts out of the total 4. That is 2 out of the total 4. If you cancel, 2 ones are 2 and 2 twos are 4. So 1/2 you got. So we have to cover 1/2 part. So that we will write here. We have to turn 1/2 part. You will not write here 2/4. 2/4 also if you write, then again you have to cancel like this and write 1/2 only. Because this is the simplest form or the lowest form of 2/4. So 1/2 part of the revolution. In notebook, when you will write, make all these directions and that clock one also. Just make and show how you are moving, starting from which number, ending at which number, starting from which direction, ending at which direction, and which direction you are forming. Wherever you are moving, for that you have to make this arrow, clockwise or anti-clockwise. For clockwise, this arrow will be there, and for anti-clockwise, this way you have to move in the reverse order. That you have to see very carefully. So in this way we have completed this question number 4. Further questions we will just do in the next class. So up to here you have to complete the notes. Definitely you have to make all these directions, and then only you will write down the answers for these parts. For the clock one also you have to same way. Draw the clock, make the marking of the numbers, and draw the hour end, and then parts how I have explained in the same way you have to do.